Hello everyone, I am Prajwal Chhatra
Hi everyone, I'm Kaveri.
and welcome to the virtually unfiltered podcast where we have real, unscripted and almost unfiltered conversations. And today we are going to talk about a topic which is kind of very relevant to current generation and the older generation also is personally what I feel. So like it's basically the pressure of Instagram. I would rather call it as pressure of social
Of social
media.
media. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's like the Instagram has taken over now, but I think it's the other apps also which kind of adds to the pressure. But I think it's mostly Instagram now.
Yeah.
So I would like to start this conversation with do you remember when you were first introduced to Instagram? Like, do you remember when did you actually create an account? And do you remember what was your first post kind of?
When I created, it's probably when I was around 17 or 18, something like that. So it was a
Mhm.
very long time ago. And I have no clue what was my first post because I currently don't have that account anymore, I believe.
Oh.
That was deleted. So right now, whatever account I have is a new one, which has no posts, of course. But yeah, I don't remember what was mine. What about you?
Okay, I also have no clue when did I open the account, but I think I might have posted a picture of myself. So
Okay.
like that, I have a little
I
bit
think
of
that was the
narcissism.
norm.
Like that.
So,
So
yeah.
I kind of posted a picture of myself, but for me, I think Instagram was not the first social media thing which I got into. I think I come
Facebook.
from a generation where no, we had Orkut.
Oh, I've never
So I am
used
not
it.
really sure you have clue about that one. So that was kind of before the Instagram era where Orkut also was something you send a friend request, you can chat on that. And I went to a cyber
Okay.
cafe once a week just to see is there any. And also for me, I was in Gulbarga and all the people were locally available. So we were getting friends virtually to the
Correct.
people who were already available there. So it was not. So I did not have a long distance friends when I started with Orkut, but also the whole
Hmm.
idea of Instagram or social media, Facebook, everything started
Across.
with this distance, long distance friendships you have to maintain and all. So,
I
okay,
mean, just
now
out of
getting
curiosity, does Orkut still exist?
no,
No, it
no,
doesn't. Oh,
no, no. Actually,
okay.
I think Facebook killed Orkut. Orkut kind of came
Okay.
at the same time of Facebook, or maybe slightly below before when Facebook came in. But I think
Okay.
Orkut was the thing. I think a lot of people from my generation would know what exactly Orkut is. And I think most of them would have I think it's kind of a fond memory. Oh, you had an account. Oh, I had an account. It's kind
Yeah.
of that memory where we all had that accounts and all. But I think then Facebook, once Facebook came in, I think it demolished. I think Orkut was
Hmm.
very one dimensional in terms of how it was there. I don't think so. It had a lot of offerings. So it was very,
Okay.
I think you could maybe share a picture or something, but it was very like it
Oh.
was older app. I think it was not that updated back then. I think Facebook
Mm-hmm.
came and demolished everything. So okay,
Okay.
now getting into the topic of thing. So I
Yes.
think we call it as a pressure of something.
Yes.
So do you actually feel a pressure? Like, do you see that? Do you feel that there is a pressure of Instagram? Like, do you feel what? Like, what do you mean by pressure here?
Uh, I think I'm not much pressured by Instagram in general, actually. Any social media. It's not that I wasn't ever. There was a time, like in my teenagers, I was, um, yeah, it used to affect me a lot because looking at these influencers, I'm like, why am I not one of them? And it's such a cool life to have. That kind of pressure existed. But now I'm in a stage, I think I don't use it as much. Of course, I scroll through reels, of course, but not really in a way where I'm totally emotionally invested in Instagram anymore. I do take it as inspiration today more than pressure, I would say. But
I
yeah,
think for
it
me,
yeah. I think one thing is it's not that it never comes up. So one day I see someone from like they're in Germany and posting something, I'll be like, oh, what am I doing with my life? Of course, that's there for sure, but it doesn't affect me on a day-to-day basis. That is there. What about you?
I think I think it's for me. It's more like I don't know. I think Instagram creates that fake life narrative. Like
Yes.
if you see, so you have a certain lifestyle and you kind of define your lifestyle through Instagram. So if you are somebody who is constantly posting, then there is a pressure. So you have
Ah, yes.
something to post today, so you have some content to post tomorrow. So I do like little bit of a content here and there, and then
Yes.
there is the pressure on the third day where like, okay, I'm not putting anything. Okay, like I the 500 likes whatever I get, no sorry, I was very ambitious in telling that 500
But
views
still,
whatever I
yeah.
get out of those videos, I kind of worry that that would not happen again. And also
Hmm.
in terms of like I kind of show my life through different stories, basically like I went out with this bunch of people today, I did this something today, so I have those appearances which I kind of keep on Instagram. I think it's also, I think the pressure also is there in terms of you have to keep up those appearances. I'm not sure it would be with everybody, but I kind of have gone into that cycle where I kind of pressure myself to say, okay, I am not posting anything. I do not have anything to do. It's like basically I feel I worry in a way where will I be forgotten by my virtual friends? I think that's kind of a worry which comes in because you don't really keep up with a lot of people on a regular basis, and Instagram stories kind of become like your image for the society. Somewhere that kind of feels like you're away for a month and then are you forgotten by the people or something like that. So I think it's a very complicated issue come to this because somebody who does it for a living, I can't even imagine what they go through.
Oh my God,
But
yeah.
yeah, if I am in a phase where I want to probably do a more of this and also have an identity there, so I think that kind of create that pressure and confusion when I do certain things.
Okay. So do you right now, because you mentioned from the perspective of being a creator and posting content, do you feel pressure from consuming content as well? Like
Oh
saying,
yes.
okay, this.
Yes, I think that is the next level of thing what I get actually. So I
Yeah.
think posting content, I will be in a day like once in a while I'll be like, okay, it doesn't matter if I don't post today, and it doesn't
Ha.
matter. I can, but I think consuming content is something which kind of impacts. I think it's a big impact on mental health also in a way
Yes.
where see, I think if you're not at a place where you want to be, and there is an
Yes.
indication of 100 other people have reached that place,
Yes.
and Instagram isn't, I think, even though you know somewhere that it's all for show, people are just doing it for the camera. You know it somewhere, but
Yeah.
still you don't like your mind still feels, oh, you do not have a certain thing. You see somebody posting a vacation, like you said, Germany. I think for
Yeah.
me, the biggest trigger is the vacation, where
Yes.
like people are doing carefree things. I feel like, how, why am I not able to do those things?
Yeah.
I think those kind of things kind of impact me, and yeah, I think consumption is a bigger problem than actually putting out content. How about you?
Yeah.
What?
So I think I have posted content in the past, not anytime now, but I would say, yeah, the posting content, I think I would say the pressure of Instagram. Maybe I'll give that perspective. So I started out an Instagram account just to post anything and everything I want, just to call it as a lifestyle account. And then I noticed, I think first I'd gone to Pasta Street and done a food vlog
Mm.
and posted it. I was very happy with the voiceover and all, my first ever piece of content. Very proud of it. But then I noticed I didn't get any views. I was like, okay. But then I posted one thing where I created a piece of art. And that, I think within 2 hours, I got 3,000 views. And this was when
Oh,
Reels was
that's a
a
huge, yeah.
new
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that time, getting that, I think I also reached up to like 10 or 15,000 views on Instagram through this art. So even though I didn't really want my account to be art related at that point, I was like, oh, it's giving me views. So let me only do that. Even though I actually wanted to do stuff like food blogging or something, anything else other than that. So I think that is where the pressure of Instagram came in for creation, like content creation, where I'm like, okay, this gives views. Let me do it even if I don't like it much. Um, but yeah, I now I don't continue. That is different. I think that's because I didn't like it much. But yeah,
I think
that was a
the
pressure of
pressure
Instagram.
kind of got to you,
Yes,
maybe.
it did. It did.
No, like when you said that the 3000 view story, I kind of feel Instagram creates this false sense of assurance
Yes.
saying, oh, yeah, like that gives you a, like, unwanted motivation at the beginning where like you post anything, there are these many people who are actually looking into it, and somewhere you feel like okay, there are eyes on you. You kind of feel like you are the center
Center
of
of attraction.
attraction
Yeah.
kind of a thing, and that kind of attracts anybody. Like if somebody
Yeah,
or
yeah.
anybody who wants to do a content creation or who want to post anything or anything, the views what we get actually kind of gives that false sense of expectation, and it kind of create that narrative where you would consistently, and it works out for many people also, but when it
Yes.
doesn't work out for you, that's where the pressure comes in. I
Yes.
think that's
Yeah.
when you feel like okay, what am I doing wrong and how much more I should do, and you
You
start
get
feeling
burnt
like,
out.
for example,
Yeah. You
when I
get
put a
burnt out.
story or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, I talked over you. What happened?
No, I just said you feel burnt out because it's
Yes.
catching on to those views, and that's it. Not really something we enjoy doing. So,
Also, like when I put a story or something, I keep on checking how many people saw it, how many people saw it, and all. So there is like constant. I'll come to next point with this example where you kind of see. So there is always a sense of validation which people look for when they post it on Instagram. Do
yes.
you see that, or do you feel that you went through that, or do you know, like, do you know any stories where people have gone through, or what do you think about this validation?
Personally, I think initially, as I said, right, when I used to get very affected, that time I was posting only for validation and to show off that I am also doing something in my life. And I still have those phases where I'm like, okay, everyone else is having fun. I have to prove I'm having fun. So even if it is just like some playing with my cat, I'll make it look very nice and probably do it, which I haven't done in quite a long time now. Proud of that little bit. But I think that I understand, but nowadays I'm thinking of the stories as something which I'm like, okay, I want to capture this day in my life. And that's why I'm posting it. So I stopped looking at it for validation. I think because I don't know, for some reason, I've taken a step back from social media in terms of it affecting me recently. I don't know why and how that changed, but yeah, it has
I
changed
think
now.
we should do an episode on telling people how to reach there. Even I want to know because I'm still not at the stage where I have given up or I've taken a step back and all. I have not reached there.
No, I mean, I'm not saying I don't get those phases, but that phases has reduced where I want validation. Also, just for info, I don't have a single post on my Instagram account right now, not a single highlight on my Instagram account. Yeah.
Stop showing off.
No,
Stop
I'm not
showing
showing
off.
off. No, people
No,
think
no,
it's
that's
a scam
the
account.
reverse showing off actually. Because I have 260 posts and I feel sometimes okay.
That's
For the
amazing.
260, no, but for the 260 post I have around 700 followers. So somewhere.
See, you're following. This is the pressure of Instagram. You want followers.
No, but I like that's the I am a victim of validation. I actually seek a lot
Yeah,
of validation to whatever I post. So I kind of I like recently I had posted a vlog
yeah,
where I had one vlog which I posted instantly in a day it
yes,
went to 5,000. That gave me
yeah.
a false sense of oh my god, I think
I'm an
I am the next big
influencer.
thing. Yeah, I am a next big thing. And there was a part two of the same vlog which I actually personally loved. I felt the music and the editing was much better. That lifetime views is 2003 reviews. So it kind of shattered me in a little bit, but I kind of realized like this is the validation what you look for. You enjoyed making a video, you enjoyed the editing process, and you actually loved the video. And whoever was part of the video also they thoroughly enjoyed what the video was.
That's all
But
matters.
there is like the 2000 views of somebody whom you don't really know, you are
Yeah,
actually expecting that to come. So and
right.
also when I post 5 6 stories in a day of doing multiple activities, it's also the validation I am looking for. Oh, Prajwal's life is happening. Prajwal is actually doing lot of things and he is like yo in his life kind of a thing. I think that kind of
Yes.
is there and it's very difficult to get rid of. I'm not really sure. But yeah, if you
So I think
feel
that's the
like
motto of Instagram. Sorry to talk over you, but actually I don't think it's wrong what you're feeling because that's the motto of Instagram. Because if you see, you don't open your Instagram account for quite some time and you maybe have posted some piece of content. The only thing they'll keep showing is you've got so many views. You've got so many views. So that you can come and click back and see that you've got so many views and
yeah.
it's like a dopamine effect and that cycle continues. So they are doing that as a business and you are the creators for their business. So I think that's the goal for them. But
But
yeah,
somebody realizing this also still falls in the trap. I don't know what to call
Yeah,
them. Like somebody who knows,
that's
hey,
true.
this is nothing. So I'm also having those Baba face also where like it doesn't matter. Nothing is important in life. You post for your happiness. And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when I actually feel that, I think somewhere Instagram knows. And when I post with this mentality,
You
they give me a lot of views to feel like you can't get
you can't.
like your guilt for views cannot come down. I think they give me that.
Yeah,
And then the
yeah,
Baba face will go. Then I'm like, oh, this is 5,000. Next one will be 10,000 or maybe something. Then I
yeah,
post back again, and then the whole cycle repeats. So
yeah.
I want to have one more like one more topic which I want to bring in here is like the strained relationships. So I feel I have had little bit of uh, impact on my friendships with people or something with respect to Instagram. Like here's how. I have a certain, but I do have a lot of people whom I talk to, and certain of them are my friends and etc. But I think like the bunch of people, I think Instagram, if somebody is doing something else in his life without the problem of that person, I kind of have an issue with that person. I don't know how else to
Me?
explain this. So for example, if somebody is doing something which I love, and he is my friend and he doesn't call me, and I actually see it as part of his
Uh,
story, somewhere I
uh,
feel I'm not blaming the person. I'm not blaming myself also here. I think I am blaming Instagram, to be very honest. But I feel there is a I kind of my relationship with the person got impact. I don't know how to put it. I'm not sure whether people understand this or not. See, in that way, I have muted a lot of people because seeing
yeah, yeah.
something of what they are doing is kind of impacting me.
Yes,
Ideally, it's not
yeah.
the problem of the person. I don't think so. He is living his life, and that could be the case with other people, with me also. When I do show a lot of things on my stories or something, in without actually realizing or without actually there being a reason of why they are hating me or something, there would be a certain hate would be a stronger word, but maybe I don't know, resentment or something about me, and people have muted what I do. Like there could be something. I feel there is some amount of impact it happens. It puts on your
Affects
friendships and it
relationships.
puts on
Yeah.
your. Do
No,
you
it
do you
does.
think I have you do you have a similar experience? Please have some
It,
experiences.
well,
Don't make
I
me
do.
feel like I'm the only with one with the problem. Please.
Similar, but not really the same. So for me, uh, when I post something on Instagram, which is once in a blue moon, I actually think twice before posting sometimes because I'm like, okay, if I post it, I have not really spoken to this friend in quite some time because I really didn't have time or the energy. And if I post this, they'll think I have time to do this, whatever activity I'm doing in the post and story,
Yes.
but I didn't have
Yes.
time to call them back.
Yes. Correct.
This
This
is
is
a very
also.
important pressure I feel very often, actually. I think that's where I stopped
No, but I
initializing
have
self.
a question here. Yeah, you had a time to do something on Instagram and not talk back to the person. Like, I don't really understand. Like, what
Yeah,
is this?
I
What is
mean, see,
happening?
sometimes it's just like there are some days where I just don't have the energy to talk to someone. It's
Hmm.
like I might have been like doing something because I had a plan already, but I didn't have the energy to call another person and be
Got
like,
it.
"How are you?" It's just my energy thing. It's not that I don't like them. Yeah, I have those
Could be
phases.
both. Could be
So,
both. Could be both.
no, 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 no.
No, but
But
I
it's
think I use it sometimes like that. So when I don't like a person or
ah.
something, I will not respond back, but I'll actually go and post something so
So
that
people
the
like you
message
are
is
the
sent.
problem then for me.
Hmm.
No, but actually, are you a person who is like, okay, this person liked my story or this person liked my post? Then that person is a great friend of me. But if they didn't like it or share it or whatever, some form of engagement on the post, like, do you base relationships based on that? Or is it just an added thing in the relationship? It will be like, okay, you're grateful for them appreciating your content and stuff, or is it like, okay, this person might not be a good friend of mine because they don't like my post? Is it like that?
I'm already laughing here because I think I'm not giving the. I think I might sound very silly answering this, but I have a slightly different opinion on here. For example, if you're an upcoming creator,
Hmm.
and you're posting content and you're putting out things out there, I feel as a friend, the least you can do is support me out there.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
Do like my content, do say something nice on that so that I feel very happy and motivated continue doing it. So the
Yes.
point of when you said somebody doesn't like somebody who is very close to me, for example, it has happened multiple times to me. Now I've become very immune to that person, like that thing. Basically, I have posted a story on Instagram, somebody sees it and then they don't go to the post and like it. Somewhere it feels like whatever busy you are, I don't think so. Like, at least in my circle, there are not many creators. Like, I'm
Hmm.
being very honest. There are
Yeah,
only
yeah.
few people
That's
who
fine.
actually do this. So
Hmm.
I sometimes it feels like I don't think so that anybody could be that busy that they don't really get time to like what I do or these things. But I think, yeah, I feel you should not completely base on it. But like I said, no, the point of strained relationships, this is also part of it, where
Yeah.
it's not just the other way around of you looking and getting impacted. But I think something you do and they don't reciprocate to what you are doing, I think that also is a problem. I feel
True.
I do get little impacted with that. You do you get
Yeah.
impacted?
Not really. I don't really check the people who look at my stories because see, maybe because I'm not really a person who texts, or I'm a call person. Always call or meet. I really don't care if someone doesn't respond to my text or doesn't see my stories. So
No, if I put it like this, where you have posted something, you try to reach out the person, and they don't really have responded to you or something. But like you said, they had posted something on Instagram later. Will that impact you? I think since you don't really post much, I think this angle would not work out for you because you're not a content. Like you don't really produce a lot of content and put it out there in terms of Instagram. But the other example which you were giving, where you try to reach out somebody, you don't they don't really reach out to you, but they do, you see them doing a lot of bunch of things on Instagram. Does that impact you?
mm, a little bit. It's not like maybe because I know that I have these energy phases, I'll be like, okay, maybe they are not in the state to want to talk to me. But if this happens consistently, of course, it'll affect me a lot. But in general, not that much.
I think,
Uh,
guys, we will have one more episode where we will tell how to reach Kaveri Anand Baba's level, where you're not getting impacted if people are not liking
I
your
think
things. You're
the
not getting
difference
impacted
is
if
I get impacted with LinkedIn a lot. I don't get
that's
impacted
also
with Instagram.
okay. Okay.
But LinkedIn, I don't open LinkedIn also much only because I know it'll affect me too much. So if I see, usually I go to LinkedIn when I'm in a bad state of mind, sadly. And when I open, I see everyone's got a promotion, everyone's going abroad to studies, and everyone's like achieving something or the other, getting awards. And that makes my self-esteem go lower than it is on that specific day. So yeah, that's why I think that taught me not to go with Instagram at all. Maybe that was the trigger which started. I don't know.
Adding something on top of that, like I think the last question before we move on to the next segment.
Yeah.
Do you think detox works? Do you do
Detox,
detox?
I haven't been able to. So I don't think I can respond to that. I've
No,
never
but
been
I think
able to
I
detox.
think, but in a way where detox of Instagram, basically, where you go completely out of
No, it doesn't
Instagram and
work.
then
Doesn't work because I've tried, and each time I'll be like half a day, one day I leave uh, Instagram, and then the next day I just install it back just so that I can continue to scroll reels.
okay, I would not be the right person to answer this one because I've never done detox. The moment I
Ah,
wake up, in a way, I go into Instagram
me
to
too.
see.
Nowadays, I
But
think yes.
one thing, no, but one thing I have done which kind of helped me a lot in terms of not getting the pressure immediately is like my notifications are off for Instagram. So I get to get the pressure only when I want. So I
Correct.
choose the time when I want to get pressured. So
Yeah.
at least that is a difference because immediately there used to be notification of somebody messaging. When I go to see a message, then
Hmm.
I end up seeing bunch of stories, and that kind of impacts me. But now I feel like I choose the time when I want to uh, spoil my mental health a little bit because
Yeah.
there are phases where I choose to do that.
Yeah. Okay. One more thing. I mean, just out of curiosity here. So we spoke about posts and stories from people we know. Does content that is suggested to you, like random reels that you scroll, does that affect you?
A lot.
It does.
No, but I think
Okay.
sometimes the algorithms understand what makes you sad. I feel like
I
at the
know,
night
especially at
2:30,
night.
I'll be yeah. I think at night too. I don't know. At night 2:30 there are this all lovey-dovey reels which comes
Yeah.
on my story, and I don't know, I feel
Yeah.
irritated a little bit at the times, like, why are you doing this on Instagram? But I get irritated more on Instagram, that why are you suggesting this continuously to me? Like at 2:30 I keep on saying this, and that kind of give me a trauma. And like
True.
I think this is the thing with Instagram, where the algorithm understands and kind of gives you things which gives you a pain. It
It's at
kind
this
of
point it
keeps
can
on
read your
coming.
mind. Have you noticed? You don't even
Yeah.
need to like speak anything out loud. You're feeling something, and that actually happens like in the reels. It's scary actually after one point. But yeah, I think we spoke a lot about this. If we do have, we could probably have another episode related to these things. But yeah, not about me. Yeah,
So if you like our content, if you like the videos what we are posting, please do like, comment, and share, and subscribe our videos so that we keep coming back with the videos.